Hello, everybody, and welcome to Week 13 Pick'em. We are joined today by recurring guest Joseph Weinsinger. Joe, how are we doing today, my friend?
What's up, fellas? Feeling good, doing well. Good to be back.
Beautiful. Well, let's get right into it. We got, of course, 8 games to pick and the Superdog. We're going to start in the SEC. Oklahoma, fresh off a big win over Alabama. They got to go, or they're at home. Mizzou's coming to town, obviously, without Bo Prabula for the past couple weeks now. The Sooners 7-point favorites. Joseph, you going with Missouri on the road, or you think the Sooners get it done?
I think Missouri's in a super tough spot. I think obviously they're walking on one leg at this point, and OU is rolling. OU's got the steam, man. They've got Mateer in full form, only getting better after the hand. I'm all in on the Sooners this week. It'll be a good game. I feel like it'll be somewhat close, but I think Mizzou's toast.
Yeah, Boomer sooner on this one. Ever since Bo Pribula got hurt, this Missouri team hasn't been the same. So give me Oklahoma.
Yeah, we're gonna go 3 for 3. Oklahoma's the best defense in the country. I've seen enough, and yeah, without their starting quarterback, Missouri loves to run the ball. They have a great running game. You're gonna need more than that to beat Oklahoma, and I don't think they have it. So the Sooners win this one at home. But moving on, a top 15 matchup in the Big Ten, question mark. USC is going to Oregon, going up to Eugene. Oregon, 10-point favorites in this one. Joseph, who do you think takes this in, of course, the Big Ten, a storied Big Ten rivalry?
Yeah, this will be a good one. I'm pumped for this. Oregon's got an aura to it. That stadium is tough to win in on the road. I think Dante Moore comes out and lays it down. I think Oregon will take that one.
Yeah, I totally agree, Joseph. I think Dante Moore is going to put together a hell of a game. Both of these teams we saw play Iowa one both recently, both pretty good programs, but I think Oregon just has more talent across the board.
Well, we are off to a tough start here, fellas. So I'm going 3 for 3 on this one too. I don't see USC going into Outson Stadium and beating Oregon. I just don't. USC's been a different team on the road this year. Very good at home, a little bit shaky on the road. I don't think they get it done. Give me the Ducks, 10-point favorites at home. Um, but moving on into the ACC, one of the more interesting teams this season, Georgia Tech. Uh, 16th ranked Georgia Tech, I might add. They're at home in Atlanta this week. They're welcoming Pitt. Pitt, fresh off of getting smoked by Notre Dame. The Jackets are 2.5-point favorites at home. Joseph, you trust in Haynes King and the Jackets?
I'm a big Hayes King guy. I think I love the physical approach that Georgia Tech is bringing. That gritty, monstrous O line. They're putting up big yardages too. A lot of times in these kind of games. So I'm trusting Hayes King and riding off into the sunset with that dude all day long. I wish he would play at Arkansas.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Hayes King, but Pitt needs a big bounce back win. I think they get it here. Um, that's the only thing I got. I got Pitt bounce back.
Interesting. Yeah. I mean, I've been trying to fade Georgia Tech the entire year. They somehow always pull out the win. The Haynes duo, the Haynes King, the quarterback, and then the running back is like Jamal Haynes or something. The Haynes duo, they can really run the ball. They can run the ball with the best of them. As Josh Allen is laying on the ground, very hurt. That's not great, but yeah, I'm going with Georgia Tech at home. I think the Jackets get it done. I just think they're able to run the ball, control the flow of the game, and the Jackets get it done. But to wrap up the college slate, we're going to the Big 12, where BYU's got a big one. They're going to Cincinnati. Cincinnati, another tough team to figure out. Joseph, who's winning this one?
These are two teams I haven't seen a whole lot of this year personally. This is one where I'm going to have to lean on my experience, as a football fan and seeing these teams smoking my team. BYU always comes to play when they come to Don Reynolds Razorback Stadium. So I've got to take BYU. I've never seen them not show up.
Yeah, Cougars. Give me Bear Bachmeyer and the Cougars in this one. I think BYU gets a big win here.
Look, you talk about someone who needs a win. Cincinnati definitely needs a win. Back-to-back losses against Arizona and Utah. They've been much better at home this year. This game is in Cincinnati, so I'm going to roll with the Bearcats. I think BYU is in for a letdown spot. I'm going with the Bearcats at home. I think they get this one done. Um, but of course, we got some games on Sunday as well in the NFL. We'll start out in Kansas City, a big one in the AFC. The Colts, obviously, great season with the Colt. Great season with Daniel Jones, Jamal, Jonathan Taylor. Excuse me. Probably should be front runner for MVP, as we have talked about. The Chiefs desperate for a win. Currently on the outside looking in with a 5-5 record. Joseph, are the Chiefs able to right the ship?
Man, you said it. The Chiefs they're at a critical point right now, coming in at 5-5. They need to win to keep those playoff hopes, in sight. The Colts are rolling. I mean, I kind of just have to roll with the Chiefs at this point because I think they're going to come in with a little bit of grit and determination that they haven't seen in previous seasons when they need a win. So I'm going with the Chiefs.
Not so fast. This is going to be the final nail in the coffin on the Chiefs season. Give me Jonathan Taylor and the red hot Colts.
I've been picking against the Chiefs, or not the Chiefs, the Colts all season, and damn it, I'm not going to stop now. I'm going to go with the Chiefs as well. If Daniel Jones walks into Arrowhead and beats the Chiefs on their home turf, I don't know what to do. This season's officially backwards. I'm putting my money on the Chiefs. I'm putting my money on Patrick Mahomes, and I'm putting my money on the NFL. Maybe making a few calls and wanting the Chiefs in the playoffs. Um,
Mhm.
but. Uh, a big time matchup in Chicago. The first place Bears, they're welcoming in the Steelers. I know Aaron Rodgers, his status was questionable. I don't know if it has been confirmed yet, if he's playing or not. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers versus the Bears is always a big storyline. Who are we going with in this one, Joseph?
I'm not a huge NFL guy. I have seen Justin Fields balling out this year. Um, you know, I do know Najee Harris from back in the college days being an absolute monster. So I have kind of some residual knowledge on those players, but I'm really gonna roll with the Steelers on this one. I think they're gonna come out on top.
Yeah.
All right. I will keep that. I do think it is worth mentioning. Justin Fields is on the Jets, and Najee Harris is on the Chargers. So if the Jets and Chargers play up, we've got a good outlook on that game.
Oh, clip that then. Clip that and play that one back.
I'm gonna go with Steelers. Aaron Rodgers was limited in practice today, but I think he's gonna own the Bears as he has in however many years he's been owning them. So give me the Steelers.
Something's different in Chicago this year, man. I'm going with the Bears. I think they get it done. This team hasn't always looked pretty, but they've just continued to find ways to win. Caleb Williams has been up and down. That defense is an issue. That defense, they're going to have to outscore Pittsburgh. Although I wouldn't consider Pittsburgh's offense the strength of their team, but I think they're able to run the ball. Monungai's come on well as a backup running back to DeAndre Swift. I like this Bears offense. I think the Bears get it done at home. I do. Um, but lastly, our Monday night football game. Surely we all had the 6-5 Carolina Panthers on our bingo card, right? Carolina's got to go to San Fran on Monday night. San Fran are 7-point favorites. Joseph, who's going to win this one?
You know, that's a tough one. That's also a couple of teams I have not seen a whole lot of. We've got it only have Bryce still on the Panthers.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, got to confirm.
We're looking
Um,
at Jake Delhomme versus Colin Kaepernick.
yeah, and we've got Bryce Young, who's one of the a million Alabama quarterbacks in the NFL. I feel like I think what's the spread's like 10 points or something. I don't know, I'm going with the 49ers on this one.
Yep. I like the 49ers in this one as well. Although I've been really impressed with how the Panthers have been playing. Just don't think they got in them against the 49ers.
Yeah, the thing about the Panthers this year is when they've been favorites, that's when they've laid an egg. And when we're all like, oh, same old Panthers, and they lose a game they probably shouldn't. But when they've been underdogs this year, they've been very good. They're 7-point underdogs, but they're not beating San Francisco. They're just not. Brock Purdy's back healthy. Obviously, Christian McCaffrey's still one of the best running backs in the NFL. I'm going with the 49ers. They're going to win this game. They're going to win this game at home. So give me the Niners. But that just leaves one thing. We got to figure out some super dogs. So,
You missed the
Joseph,
game. You
I
missed
missed the
the NFL
game.
game.
I missed the game. I sure did. I sure did. We're going down to Tampa for the last game. One of the bigger games in the NFC, the Rams, fresh off of a big time win over Seattle. 8-2 Rams, might I add. Currently the betting favorites to win the Super Bowl. They're at home welcoming in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, a team that has just been injured and injured and injured. So, Joseph, the Rams are 6.5-point favorites at home. Who are you going with?
So we got Stafford and Mayfield, right?
Yep.
There we go. I think the Bucks defense is going to get after Stafford, man. I'm a big Baker Mayfield guy. He's like Johnny Manziel's long lost brother. I like watching him play. I like his swagger. I'm leaning on the Bucks to come out in a nice controlled game.
Man, that this hurts because we got another Baker guy finally. I just think Matthew Stafford is playing out of his damn mind right now. Give me the Rams.
Yeah, I mean, I like Baker. I don't like him as much as you do, but I like Baker. He's good. He's awesome. He's super fun to watch. He's not playing to Stafford levels right now. Stafford's on another level, and I keep talking about the Rams, man. They have a young, hungry defense, gets after the quarterback. They have maybe the best wide receiving duo in the league with Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams on their team. So I love this Rams team. I think right now they're the best team in the NFC. Tampa Bay is just too injured, although Bucky Irving might be coming back. But I think the Rams get it done at home. So I'm going to go with the Rams as well. But now it's time for some super dogs. So, Joseph, where are you bringing us? Where are the dogs barking?
Man, there's one team I know that only lets me down, and this team this weekend is going to let me down in the right way. I think I'm going with the Hogs, baby. I think we've got like a 9 point spread on Texas Arkansas this weekend. No other team that I know of in all of college football has lost games by one score like Arkansas has. I think we've lost 7 games by one score, so I'm at least going to think this thing's close. So I'm going to take Arkansas on this one and another moral victory.
There you go. Yeah, Arkansas has had a brutal season so far. But for my super dog, I'm going to the Big 12 and I'm heading to Ames, Iowa, as Kansas is a 4.5 point underdog here. I've been a big fan of Jalen Daniels his entire collegiate career. I think he's kind of one of those overlooked guys, not having a season I expected, but I think he's just a better quarterback than Rocco Beck. I think Rocco Beck's one of the more overrated players in college football. And Iowa State it has like 85 injuries. So I think Kansas covers here, maybe even pulls out a dub at Jack Trice.
Oh, I like it. I like it. I'm going to go back down south. I'm going to roll with a team who has, by all accounts, has had one of the most disappointing seasons. They were preseason top 15. They're currently looking for a head coach. I'm going to Gainesville, Florida. The Gators have been really feisty at home this year. Their last home games, they covered against Georgia. They beat Texas. They covered, or they beat Mississippi State, whatever. Um, and except for the only hiccup being that loss at South Florida that really torpedoed their season. But lately, in conference play, they've been feisty at home. They're getting 4.5. You know, I am not a believer in Tennessee. They can score points without a doubt. That offense can't stop anything, or that defense can't stop anything. So give me the Gators, man. I think they cover the 4.5 at home.
Yeah, I don't hate that at all.
Perfect. Well, Joseph, you got 11 points available. Sam, who's our current leader in the clubhouse and where are we at with that?
Keegan is still in the lead, has a record of 6-2, hit his super dog for 9 total points. Miles last weekend went 4-4. He got the cover with Jameis, but he finished with 6. So that's kind of where we're sitting.
Keegan's that guy. Keegan knows his stuff, but
Joseph, you're going to have to dethrone that fraud.
I may have to topple that guy. He
Yeah.
may be sitting in the sewers after this one, and my hogs come through for me like
I
they
love it.
always never do.
I
Oh,
love it. I love it.
I love it, man. Well, Joseph, thank you so much for hopping on, man. Again, you're a recurring guest. We love having you on. We'll have to have you on. We got some pretty important soccer coming up, don't we?
We do, yeah. Finally, man. It's like every time there's another World Cup, I feel like I'm like in a different chapter of life. It's so weird. It takes 4 years for them to come around. Last time, it's like I remember one happening when I was in high school, and looking back, and the United States, by the way, has been rolling. I don't know if y'all watched this the other day, but 5-1. I mean, we're looking decent as we're, kind of like when you want to peak going into March Madness as a college
Okay.
basketball team, we're kind of looking like that going into this World Cup in our own contiguous United States, plus, some games we don't care about in Mexico and Canada.
Correct. That was going to be my next question. My next question was going to be, are we cooked? But it sounds like we're not.
It depends on the group, it depends on the
Oh, it's all
group.
about the group.
It's
It's
all
all
about the
about the
group.
group.
It really
Yes.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, without question. Well, Joseph, thank you so much, my man. We'll have you back on when that's going on. But yeah, we'll make sure, of course, to follow the podcast on X, Instagram, and TikTok, crunchtime_pod. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube Crunch Time with the N326 duo. The clock has run on this episode. We'll see you on the next one on Crunch Time.
Here.